Hey, so I came across a fairly interesting video commentary on YouTube, and the commentary concerns the issue of the burqa ban in France. Just to bring you up to speed very briefly, the French authorities have made it illegal to wear the burqa in France, or any full-faced veil. Now, putting aside the arguments for that, I'd like to show you a very brief commentary made by Anna from the Young Turks network about this issue. Let's see if I can bring it up real quick. All right, here we go. Here's the video.
As
I'll talk about it
A
afterwards.
few weeks ago, France decided to uphold its law banning burkinis on the beach. Now, burkinis are, swimwear for Muslim women who want to remain modest while they go to the beach. And apparently, lawmakers in France are not in favor of it because they believe that these outfits do not respect good morals and secularism. So, as a result, we had a discussion about how the cops are going to enforce this. Are they literally going to go on the beach and tell women that they have to take their bikinis off? And as you can see from these pictures, yeah, armed cops are going to beaches and telling women that they need to undress.
Great. Now we have morality police in the West.
This is absurd, okay? So not only do they get told that they need to take their scarves off or their bikinis off, they're also told that they're getting a citation. So one person says the saddest thing was that people were shouting, "Go home." Some were applauding the police. Her daughter was crying. This is a witness to all of it. This is so crazy. Here's the thing. I don't care if you are a liberal. I don't care if you're a conservative. I don't care what your ideological background is, right? Stop telling women how they can and can't dress.
Okay, so I thought that was a particularly interesting point. And the reason why I thought it was an interesting point is because one would think that the feminist point of view would have it going the other way, right? And maybe it's just a Western intuition going on here, but I think all things considered, most people in the West would say there's actually a good thing to ban burqas and so forth. Why? Because really, burqas are a symbol, and they're a symbol of the oppression of women. It's a cultural oppression of women, right? So you would think that the feminist point of view would say, yeah, there's nothing particularly wrong with having, burqa bans, right? Because it's reversing thousands of years of cultural conditioning and oppression by men. But Anna's point, and again, she's that commentator on the Young Turks network, was that we should stop telling women what they can and cannot wear. So she takes that the feminist point of view actually would take the other handle, right? Now, here's how I think that reframes the issue. Consider your own cultural values and what you've been conditioned to believe. For example, consider like the values we attach to being a good boy, right? So what are some good boy behaviors? Well, a good boy is someone who acts nice, respects his elders, helps old ladies to cross the street, holds open the door for people, and a number of other things, right? Those are the main ones. That being said, if you find someone acting like a good boy, is their behavior objectionable? Do you say, oh no, we should find grounds for objecting to that behavior because it was a conditioned behavior? Or do we just simply say that was good behavior to have and there's no reason to object to it? And I think most people are going to side with the latter, right? There's nothing objectionable about people acting like a good boy. But that being said, even if we grant that burqas are culturally conditioned, I mean, shouldn't we find similar grounds for not objecting to it on the grounds that, well, in the Middle East, part and parcel of being a good girl is wearing a burqa, right? So she's just acting according to her own cultural standards. So aren't we being a little bit hypocritical, or isn't our ground somewhat shaky when we say that her culturally conditioned values aren't correct and we should object to them, but we should find no cause for objection to our own values? I mean, what do you think about that? I'm interested to hear what you have to say.